or Jurassic Park 3, I guess, is the one that had the pteranodons in it, I guess. Or well, they didn't. Well, they had pterodactyls, I guess, a little bit at the end of Lost World, but then it was like the pteranodon sequence was the big one in Jurassic Park 3.
Oh, I haven't seen JP3.
Yeah, it's worth seeing. Everybody's like, oh, hello, come on.
So anyway, this is going on, and I'm looking at the calendar.
Does it say like what's level I've got to get to here?
What? Oh, 20. I think it's 20 or 22,000, something like that. It's when the just before the game starts, there's a title page telling you how many points you need.
Hey, this the D-pad's a little mushy here. It's like I'm having to push a little. Little bug there. Stops moving. Okay. But yeah, so you had to be done by Christmas.
I had to be done by Christmas, and I assumed all the other accounts had to be done by Christmas too. And this was putatively a launch title. So I'm every so often
launch title, the pack-in, right?
A pack-in, yeah.
So it had to be done in November, right?
Or something,
or
like
earlier
that.
because they had to press the thing.
I'm looking at some of the the release not release candidate, but some of the works in progress, because we would occasionally get a CD-ROM with what they had on what they had so far. And one of the ones I have the most clear memory of is the driving game, where you're driving away from the T-Rex.
That was like on a demo disc, and wasn't even that at CES, one of the demos they showed at CES?
I don't know.
I remember seeing it as like one of the earliest pieces of footage for the.
Well, actually, one of the earliest demos was almost like just a tech demo, where they basically had one guy walking in the foreground, and then a bunch of foliage, and then some like dinosaur fins poking up from behind the trees and so forth.
Level 3 security.
And what that was supposed to illustrate is, oh my gosh, colors and alpha blending and stuff like that.
Okay. 20,000 next level. Okay.
Yep.
Dino Egum.
Yeah. This is You'll figure this out right away.
Oh yeah, I remember this. No, I actually bought this. Oh wait, is this? Dang. Okay. Do you have another controller?
Yes. I don't know that the cord is long enough.
What do you mean you don't know the cord is long enough? Oh, is it a Zadnos controller?
No, it's not a Zadnos controller. It's another one. I think the reason I picked that controller is because the other one was actually worse. So anyway, I'm seeing some of the work in progress discs that are coming by, and I'm looking at them and I'm going, this isn't very good.
This isn't very done.
It isn't very done either. And I'm going, is it something wrong with me? I mean, this is the project that's getting all the money and all the attention and all the development, and it's just me and my tiny little team of 2 programmers, me and John Loop, and about 5 artists who are just feverishly creating wall textures and monsters and so forth. And it looks like we may actually have trouble being done on time. And these guys had just huge amounts of resources, relatively speaking. And the stuff that's coming out, I'm going, why this? There must be something wrong with me because I think this sucks.
Maybe it's because they hired real artists or something like that. As we talked about last time, where it's like, oh.
And so it goes on and on and on and on, and then finally, so my game's complete, and it's called, okay, it's done, Golden Master, and out it goes, and Jurassic Park is still being worked on, and still being worked on, and still being worked on, and we get to, I can't remember what it was, like March of the following year, before this, they finally said, okay, we have Gold Master.
Okay.
And I went, all right. And then I saw it, and I went, this isn't actually all that much better. I mean, the textures are prettier, but this isn't actually functionally improved over the works in progress that I was seeing back in October. And so that's one of the reasons why I say that I have trouble thinking about this game objectively, because it just didn't make any logical sense to me. It's like, well, obviously this is going to be so clearly magnificent given all the effort that's being put into it. And then this comes out, and I kind of went, what? I don't get it.
Well, as for not making their deadline, they were probably like, well, let's do it right.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to, like, say,
when it's done.
like, say, E.T.
Oh.
You know, that might have been like a mandate from Spielberg, which is like, don't just ship it to get it out for Christmas. We know how that ends up. So, you know, but at the same point, it's like, you know, remember, this was still early in the 3DO's life thing, where they were not saying it's not a game system, it's an interactive, multimedia device. So, you know, they wanted to have some, you know, there's some small attempts at edutainment where they tell you about the different types of dinosaurs and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Basically, you have to clear this board, don't you?
No, you don't have to clear the board. You can clear the board. And then
to get to 20,000.
But when you get to 20,000, you're done.
Yeah. Yes, I know to get 20,000, but I mean, saying it looked like to get to 20,000, I might have to. I just get one more tile, I guess.
Right.
Which might.
Yeah.
Bing, that should be it.
There
we
you
go. Blah. I think I hit that. But anyway. But yes, it's a collection of mini games because it's like they didn't want to. You know, it's one of the things like, well, look at all the different things we can do as opposed to just doing one thing really well. Mm-hmm. Like, say, you know, like the Velociraptor sequence, which is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Which that engine is
chasing through the
3D.
complex.
Yeah, but you can't. There's no shooting in it, right? So
right.
Yeah, that's which actually itself makes it kind of like a horror game. It's not like it's. You know, it's not quite Aliens versus Predator, but if that'd been the whole game and they'd refined that mechanic, probably would have worked out. It could have been quite scary.
Could have, yeah.
But you know,
but they did this. So they did a whole bunch of stuff,
and some of it was the early basis for Killing Time, right?
Yeah. In fact, I think they repurposed the engine for. So it's in this game. There's walking.
Now I've got one life left.
Running through the complex. They repurposed the engine they used for that and used it for Killing Time. Is what I'm given to understand.
It's like
because when I finished
a lot of repurposing.
Because when I finished Monster Manor, I transitioned to. I didn't stay on with game development. I transitioned over to system software.
Right. Well. Would you like? Oh,
there we go. Oh no!
And this last one I remember is what, asteroids or something? Like that?
Yeah, more or less. But
so now if I do
this is kind of asteroids-ish.
Level 4 secure.
So this was one of the big releases. I bought this when it came out, so I played it, and I was like, okay.
And this originally was released as an independent title, and then after a few months, they made it a pack-in. So you basically shoot the front of your truck shoots.
Oh, this is not the asteroids I'm thinking of.
No, that's the next level. But
this is like armor attack, except zoomed in way too close. Is there like a zooming function? See, if there were a zooming function on this,
I don't know. I didn't try the shoulder buttons, but
yes, educational. Do you shoot the damn dinosaur?
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna take forever to get to 20,000. This is gonna take forever to get to 20,000. These controls are not the best. So these are absolute controls. These are not relative controls. Oh, this is. I don't think this. I think this one's gonna beat me. Because the truck moves too fast, you're zoomed in too close, so you can't see enough.
Can't see what's going on.
And like it's taking up half the screen is taken up by useless crap.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And you can't back up.
No, you can't.
Like a real car. Yeah. So I suppose I could. Do they come out of the wood? Yeah, they do. The woodwork, out of the bamboo.
Out of the forest. It looks like they might. I hadn't resolved that in my own mind.
I mean, I guess they could say, well, this is supposed to be a game that he's playing on his computer, but this looks like nothing a computer, and I guess he's playing on a Silicon Graphics workstation. Right?
Yeah.
A Unix system, I know this. Remember that wonderful line?
That is.
Lexi.
That has like entered the common lexicon. It's like.
Lexicon. I see what you did there.
It tells you everything. Yes.
Although that interface is not that too far removed from like what Metro is nowadays, if you think about it.
Actually, wasn't that like a canned demo from SGI?
Oh yeah, that is a real file browser for SGI you could get. that you could use that because I used that in college on our SGI workstation that we had on our little project there.
Huh.
We had conned Caltech into buying us some SGI work. Not really conned. I mean, we were legitimately producing computer animation for science.
Science. Pew 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 pew.
I have a master's.
You could move around a little, I suppose.
I could, but I want to stay kind of towards the edge here because it seems like they don't come out of the forest as much. So I'm thinking it's a little easier to spot them than if I move. If I move around, I'm going to just drive right into one. So I just want to get past the thing. So how much does this package cost on the old Ford Explorer?
Yeah, which
do you remember that? You remember the Ford Explorer that was like hyped up in the movie for this thing? Because that is. I mean, it's very prominently a Ford Explorer in the movie, with the most badass sunroof you could imagine.
I wasn't paying that close attention to the movie.
Well, how could you? Okay,
forget about the truck again.
Forget about the movie.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that whole summer was just nothing but Jurassic Park.
Yes.
It was a media blitz. Remember the super-sized, dino-sized combo meals at McDonald's, where it's like, it was like, you got like a bucket of Coke, like 2 pounds of fries and all that. So it was just, and it worked marvelously. And then, of course, Super Size Me came out, and then that destroyed all that. But yeah, that was like the whole summer was just that.
It was just crazy.
It was like when they launched Raiders, Lost Ark. It was like when that came out. It was just like the cultural every movie that summer pretty much forgot that they were released. Poor Last Action Hero.
I don't know. Raiders of the Lost Ark, I think was kind of like a sleeper surprise. I mean, they were kind of like, oh, what do you know? This is people actually want to see this kind of movie. But while it was relatively hyped, it wasn't hyped nearly to the degree of organizational and comprehensive.
Marketing just got better. Period in the decade that's between Jurassic Park or between Raiders and Jurassic Park. So, yeah. Oh, this is slow.
So if you're wondering why this game didn't do so well,
these are the hacking mini games.
These are the hacking mini games,
as opposed to the navigational board game hack game mini games that are in this thing. All right, 2 more dinos.
You're almost done.
I know.
1, 2, 3 more.
Oh no, that's right.
2, 1.
Oh. 2, 3, 2. Well, while we're waiting for me to die here, which won't take long. Ooh, there's some fancy maneuver in there. Hey, I don't get to take them out by just driving into them?
No, apparently not. Which was...
I love the pink blood, And the pink car, too. What's up with that? But yes, I mean, yeah, that was like... So, I can understand why they were hyping this, because this was like, the biggest intellectual property since Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole thing. So yes, you couldn't have in theory it should make for a great game, or at least that's the problem is like great movies rarely make for great games. Rarely. Usually crappy movies make better games.
And conversely is also true.
Very well so far, yeah. So far, yeah.
But I also remember we were in the middle of platform development and other things. It was like maybe 9 months before the machine came out.
Okay,
there we go.
So wait, what is the frickin' perspective on those trees there? What is... I guess we'll say Nedry is just a frustrated game designer. He's like Kevin Flynn, right? He's like,
yeah, never underpay the software engineer.
How much did he get paid for his services? Apparently not enough, right?
Apparently not enough.
Networking, 2 connection machine.
Right. What the hell?
Yeah. It's a family game.
It's a family game. But there you go. Here's Asteroids for you.
Now, why am I... Nowadays, kids will look at that and go, why is he being attacked by giant save icons? So I mentioned that the kids have no idea that that's supposed to what that is, other than as a save icon. Yeah, it's a giant save icon. It's like... They have no idea what a floppy disk is. They've never seen one. So now...
You know what I'm having trouble finding? Because I've
circuit
got old,
board?
I've got old Commodore 64 floppies laying around, and I'd like to read them again. I can't find a 5.25-inch floppy drive.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I mean, if you want to, I mean, there are.
Well,
I'm
if
not.
you go on eBay, there's
Right, if
floppy
you go on
drives,
eBay, but I
and
mean,
then there's also like floppy drive replacements that take SD cards that you just plug into your Commodore 64. And,
But I want to read actual floppies, so
and
I can.
there's like they sell them as like a package. It's like to read discs and also then to like archive them onto SD cards and stuff like that. They have like universal ones that like work with like Apple II to Commodore to everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I already have the thing that'll read. So you need the floppy drive, then you plug the floppy drive into this gadget.
In fact, there's even like somewhere there's also like a CD-ROM replacement for 3DO that you can use a flash memory card to like replace the CD-ROM drive.
That's kind of impressive.
Not really. Some Russians did it. It's always the Russians. So you better snatch them up before Putin like clamps down on them or something.
Interesting. Your lives are still at 7.
I don't get it. I think I'm just scoring enough points. Oh, so those are like. So this is more like it's not like Asteroids so much as it's like Space Duel, or at least Asteroids Deluxe with like these seeking ones, the ones that like.
Yeah, no, they do change
Once
direction.
you hit them, they like decide to turn into little mad bombers. So what are those? What's the red cubes supposed to be? Is this holographic cubes or something? Is this like?
I don't know.
That Nedry used to store how many terabytes of data that he had.
Well, it was a connection
92.
machine after all.
Yeah, remember? Yeah, connection machine. Gotta love it. Did they at least put any jokes on the motherboard? Like,
I don't know. I haven't.
P flag, huh? What is that?
P dot flag. It's obviously some artist who just like just grabbed every Cynic v2.2.
MHD. And whatever you could knock up in Deluxe Paint, and it's like Deluxe Paint.
Oh yeah.
How we miss you.
Yes, we do.
Especially 3, the Grand 3.
Deluxe Paint 3.
Yeah, with all the animation stuff, the anim brushes.
What about DP4?
Kind of
Not quite the same.
No.
I've got a copy of DPaint 3.
For the Amiga?
That's something I was thinking of doing. Is wondering whether we might transition to old Amiga games.
We could. We could go old school. I could whip out the old Atari 5200 and do some casts on that. Although I'm gonna have to get my my joysticks refurbished by Best Electronics or whatever.
Wow. Yeah.
No, they can do wonders with the refurbishing. They use like the gold circuit contacts so that
22,000. You're done. You're in.
Oh.
Now there's
0.6.3. Is that the version they shipped? Is that CP3? Are they going to play?
Now,
is that Street Fighter?
Sort of in the upper left. Sort of in the upper left of this playfield is a fan which sort of acts as it. But if you fall through it now, because it's off right now, because it's not pulling you in. If you fly into it, you go to like another level.
Oh. Cool. Is this where I'm being attacked by CD-ROMs? If I remember correctly? Oh,
yes.
Okay. So let's... Hey.
Yeah, that's the right direction.
Oh, come on. They at least could have, like, sucked me and spun me in or something like that. Ooh. Oh, but they didn't get the anisotropic...
Look, they're gold discs.
Oh,
wait, yeah.
They were so optimistic. Yes.
Yes.
Did I wrap around?
Yes, you did.
Asteroids rule there?
You do, but your bullets don't. Suck.
Well, here, let's suck me in. They could have at least done some blending around the edges of those. I'm seeing some harsh...
yeah.
They didn't, or, they know how to do that. Jeez Louise, guys. Anyway.
I don't know who...
Where were we? Oh, we should mention, since the last time we did our podcast, or maybe just before we did our last podcast...
Yeah.
Jeff Edwards passed away.
Oh.
For those of you who don't know, which is probably most of you whose life begins at Nintendo Entertainment System as far as game systems go, Jeff Edwards was the host of Starcade.
Oh,
Back in the early 80s,
Yeah.
this is how people found out about arcade games. If, say, you lived in a small Midwestern town who didn't have an arcade, or at least until he was in high school.
yeah, Starcade, which was on Turner Broadcasting.
TBS,
TBS,
yes.
yeah. Back in the day.
Of which
one of us
one of us was a
appeared.
contestant.
Yeah.
I will give you a hint as to the episode. AWAC does not know the difference between Defender and Stargate. That'll be enough to get you
on
going.
Site. On site, yes.
Access permitted to all levels.
Okay, so now that I have the security systems
we
unlocked,
just slogged our way through the 5 mini games. So
yes, we'll post some links to Starcade episodes.
Well, maybe-
Not your specific one. We'll make that. Maybe we should make that a contest. It's like find AWAC
when he
on
was
Starcade,
in his teens.
and we'll send you a prize.
Well, now we have to make good on that.
Well, you can always edit this out. I have some 3DO swag I could part with without any pain. Trust me on that.
Was the entire series on YouTube now?
It's not on YouTube, but it's on the Internet Arcade.
Oh,
Or not
okay.
the was archive.org.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm,
It's there. Plus, there's also the official Starcade website that I think has most of the episodes,
Oh, okay.
which even might make your job easier to find AWAC. So let's see what we got here. How come it doesn't say what this is?
What, you mean like a pop-up balloon?
Like what? Yeah, what it is.
I think that's the one. Well, okay, that was how you got into the. Okay. The one on the left is an alternate for getting the
5 security.
for playing the various mini
Access
games.
permitted.
So I think you just
Access
launched.
permitted. Well,
I think you just
it's
launched
going-
this again.
Oh
So.
crap! See, that's not a good user interface. is it?
No, it's not.
So anyway,
And the
So-
middle one is call for the ship, and then the right-hand one I forget.
so yes, before the crash, Starcade was on the air for like 130 some episodes or something like that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and it was. I remember it being on every afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And so I probably did see you. And basically, this is how I got so good at identifying classic arcade games. Long before MAME.
Okay.
And I could, and I can now like identify most games in like 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I can do the same with most 80s movies too, which I can't remember all the freaking math and calculus I learned in the 80s. I still have to whip out graph paper every time I have to do something, but
Mm-hmm.
or now just Google it. But yeah, that stuff sticks in my brain for some reason. Really, it's really full in there of that stuff. So I used to play that little game at different places I worked. It's like I said, if it's a movie I've seen within the 80s, I can identify within 5 seconds. Boss didn't believe me at the first place I worked, and said, "Okay, try it." And she like went flipping through the cable channels, like, "Okay, this one." And I go, "Jaws 2." And she's like, "Okay, I could see maybe you getting that it's Jaws, but Jaws 2 in 5 seconds." And I immediately went into like how my brain went through. It's like, okay, there's a lot of underwater photography here. There isn't much of that in the actual Jaws, but there's John Williams theme music playing, so I know it has to be Jaws 2. Jaws 3 had no John Williams music, and basically, dude, and it's good underwater photography. Can't be Jaws 1 because there was really no good underwater photography in Jaws 1.
Right. Jaws 3 was in 3D, so
Yeah. Well, they don't. That doesn't matter on cable,
Right,
Because
yeah.
they never showed that until recently. You can now get that on 3D Blu-ray, and somebody goes, "Yep, still shitty." So at least you can see how cheesy it was now. You don't just have to guess how cheesy it was by seeing it on cable in 2D. It's like, oh look, this sort of 3D badly composited half fish is floating out in front of us. Ooh, scary. Ooh, a moray eel. Scary. A shark that doesn't turn or move coming straight at us.
Bruno, I'm going to do this 3D effect on you. Ooh.
Yes. Yeah. So. Yeah. So yeah, Starcade was a big part of growing up because there wasn't much good in the early 80s. There wasn't much good afternoon, after school TV.
No.
This is long before like they started having good animated shows after.
Yeah.
Like before Disney started getting back into doing afternoon stuff, so you had long before DuckTales and
yeah.
or even Gummy Bears or anything like that.
I think wasn't GI Joe the thing?
Yeah,
It was appalling frame rates.
yeah.
I think it was shot on 12.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. You should see some of the redubbed versions of those little little public service announcement that they had to stick in every show so that it wasn't a 30-minute commercial.
Winners don't do drugs.
That's how they justified that it wasn't a commercial. It was like it had to have educational content in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so they had these horribly done things. It's like
targeted toy commercial for
don't
kids.
go swimming in that. Don't go swimming in the rain. Lightning might strike. Or don't go near that down power line.
Mm-hmm.
It could still be live. And it's like, there's sparks coming out. It's like, really? You would just be thinning out the gene pool at this point, Joe. Well, yes, they've now, of course, redubbed those. And
so when did Transformers and
around the same time.
I see. I don't know its
it's
actual
like
name. I only know
early to mid 80s was like Transformers Generation 1.
Okay, but there's another one I'm thinking of. It's a Japanese superhero thing. It's not called Dynaman. That was the parody name that was on USA Night Flight. It was actually called.
Was it animated or
no?
Live
It
action?
was like 5 people, in a pink, a red, a black outfit, and they would assemble into a giant robot and slay the bad guy of the week.
Live action or animated?
Yes, it was live action.
So it's not Voltron you're thinking of.
It might be. Voltron.
No, Voltron's animated. So.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, pink. Wow, that sounds like the Power Rangers, doesn't it?
But if you look, so if you look for Dynaman, you'll see the parody version of it. I can't remember what the real version was.
Okay, but
okay, go call the damn ship. Wait, did you push?
No, I did these shift buttons to shift to the next available. Damn it!
Oh, for Pete's sake!
And of course, can I?
Quick.
I can't quick.
Okay, now current game. That's kind of ambiguous.
Yeah, let's just let him. Let's. Oh no! I've had too much fizzy lifting drink. Oh no! What am I going to do here? See if you can pick up that reference, kids.
Oh, not that hard.
Hint, it doesn't star Johnny Depp.
Because he wasn't born yet.
Yeah. No, Johnny Depp. He's like, he would have been. Yeah. Johnny Depp is older than I am.
Just barely.
Johnny Depp is 50.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
All right. Now I feel old.
I think he's over 50 or whatever, but yeah, he's
already feeling old enough.
So, well, if you made as much money as Johnny Depp, you could afford to have the best personal trainers and nutritionists and all that stuff in the world. Trust me, he's got more gray hairs than you and I.
He certainly works harder than I do.
I don't know. Have you seen Lone Ranger?
No, I haven't. Here's Johnny Depp in a stupid hat.
That's the definition of phony. I can't believe that got nominated for Best Makeup and visual effects. Pacific Rim didn't get nominated for Best Visual Effects.
I was aggressively not paying attention to the Oscars this year. But Pacific Rim didn't get a nom for effects.
Visual effects, but Lone Ranger did.
Okay.
Now it's both. They're both
this
still.
Is why I don't pay attention to the Oscars.
They're both still ILM, mind you, but didn't win. No one won it. Gravity was going to win anyway, so it was like, but it was still kind of like a big slap in the face to Pacific Rim and to ILM. This is like this keeps happening where ILM does literally the best work of the year, and it's just like, nope, sorry. I mean, Gravity, yes, Gravity.
Maybe they just give ILM a lifetime achievement.
It's more or less like you
we
won
know
so many
you're
times.
excellent.
Yeah,
Thunk, here you go.
Yeah. What did that happen on before? I think it happened. It wasn't on Avengers, but it was like one of the big superhero movies where they just didn't get nominated, and it was like, what, really? And it was like, come on, But yeah, so there's that. I'm dying as fast as I can here. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, don't touch anything.
But yes, check out Starcade, kids. Check out the episodes of Starcade. You'll be enamored where it's basically one long commercial for arcade games. But it doesn't feel, you don't feel bad about it.
Actually, I had an interesting conversation with one of the producers when I was on the show. It's we're just waiting for something to be set up. And he mentioned something about the prizes that were available to him.
Oh, incoming data. Okay.
Yeah. ETA 16 hours, 2 crewmen lost. Okay.
Oh, is that because I took too long unlocking the security system?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. That's what it said to me when I was pre-playing this.
And trans. Okay.
Yeah. I was briefly talking to one of the producers, and he mentioned something about the prizes, and how he wasn't happy with the prizes that were available. And I said, "Well, what sorts of prizes would you get? What sorts of prizes do you prefer to have on game shows?" And he says, like, "Oh, like a bedroom set." And I went, he says, "But I can't do that on this show." And I I can see why.
Duh.
Yeah.
It's a show about video, but see, probably
Right.
because they
So
didn't
he
have
had to
video
he had
game
to go,
people; they
like-
had game show people doing it. Like,
Right, but he had to go to like Texas Instruments to get a the TI 99 4A computer
Right.
or what have you. It's just like a bedroom set. I'm going,
Displaying video.
why was the first thing he thought of a bedroom set?
so here's literally the reverse angle of the one she did before.
Uh-huh.
Even though
Yeah.
it's a totally different part of the island. Allegedly. They only have like one grove of trees in California. It's a desert. So, at least Northern California. So
Hey,
there aren't any more redwoods around
Marin
here.
County's really pretty. Come on.
Okay. Surrounded by spitters. Oh, the spitter thing. You have a
Oh,
taser
this-
weapon.
Okay, I
Charge
tried
it
this.
wisely.
Okay, you have to hold it down. All right, and then.
Oh, that's right. I can
Oh my God! I forgot you could move. Okay, that's one down.
Damn it. Do you have a shield?
No.
Sunglasses maybe would be good here. Damn it.
Whoop. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take that.
Yeah, that was ragdoll physics there, wasn't it? Hey, how come their shots are not blocked by the trees, but mine are? Oh.
Okay, that's 3 down.
And I'm about to
4
die.
to go. Yeah. Yeah, you're about to get
Oh,
turned
please.
blind.
God damn it. Can I clear this?
Okay, 2 more. Oh, no, we're kind of, yeah. That's kind of it.
Damn it. So I'm not dead. Is Sadler dead?
Yes.
So she's dead.
She's dead.
I've failed. I have killed Ellie.
Sorry, you did not make it.
Nice. I hate that level.
So, yeah, lives left.
Oh, man. Okay, so I gotta move. No, that's her.
Yeah, that was her, yeah.
Muldoon.
Destination.
Okay. Right.
Displaying video.
We
All
never-
right. We couldn't afford that shot at all.
Let me guess. It's gonna be the T-Rex driving thing again, probably?
In the park building. Oh, no, it's
Oh, the
wandering.
Velociraptors, right?
Find the keys to get through the locked doors. Raptors are in the building. Trap them?
Now, are these doors?
Push.
Just push, right?
Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Oh, did you just turn around?
I hit C. I have no idea.
C might have taken you through them. I don't know.
What is that? Oh, C is quick turnaround? Oh, it's quick turn... Ah! You mean like that?
Oh, so the heartbeat. The heartbeat sound is how close the Velociraptor is to you. So now
I'm dead. Now Muldoon is dead. Okay.
But he dies anyway. Yes.
Yeah, that's a fulfilling thing. But Ellie, I killed Ellie. I don't... There's no way to win the Velociraptor one, or not the spitter one. I don't think I've ever won the spitter one. Yeah. So not the same guy.
Totally not the same guy.
Well, is this the same?
I don't know.
Displaying video.
So the same girl.
Oh, this looks like the driving game again.
Yep, because he's getting in the Jeep. No way. But yeah, there's that one podcast that's on Throwback Reviews. No Quarters did a whole Starcade show like they didn't realize it, but it was not long before he died. And
Oh.
they talked about the show and the contestants and like how they, you know, that there's a bunch of people who were also contestants who like wrote up like different strategies of like how you could win, and basically how, you know, if you didn't know the games really well, you would you could basically make it. See, I say those are bones.
Okay.
Definitely bones. Doesn't make sense that
other
there's-
ruined vehicles.
Doesn't make sense that it's there, but
Yeah.
So bones.
So the working versions of these, the works in progress versions of these, didn't look appreciably worse than this. And I really couldn't figure out why that was. I would have expected one thing. Oh, and also the frame rate was not better back when the art was more primitive, which I found really surprising because I always regarded frame rate as very important.
Are they doing like a really expensive blend effect to get that headlight thing? Is that why the frame rate's kind of low?
I don't know. It's possible, but I don't think
Not
so.
that actually shouldn't have been a problem to do that.
Well,
as long as the other layer, there wasn't a huge amount of overdraw on the other stuff there. Which,
right. I mean,
I guess they didn't know how to do it.
I mean, there was. A blend.
Straight away,
a blend back then, as it is now, a read, modify, write operation. So you take twice the memory hit.
Right. Yeah.
Number of cycles, but
still.
But yeah, you're almost done.
Oh, because I got to reach 0 on.
Yeah, once you get to
on
0,
trip
then you
meter.
go.
Yeehaw! Okay.
Yeehaw.
Like Slim Pickens riding the bomb and Dr. Strangelove bought.
You made it.
But yeah, there was like a strategy of like, and also because they were talking about something like the Dragon's Lair episodes, where basically it was just like luck of the draw, because the way Dragon's Lair works, you really can't get different points for different scenes. There's really no way to improve. Or actually, Cliffhanger is probably worse because you always play the scenes in the same order, so there isn't really much variation that you can get through. So it's like.
Yeah, the whole points thing for Dragon's Lair is a little confusing. Because, if you play the game perfectly, you get to the end with the same number of events. Is this the same person? Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. And it's driving again.
I can't.
Why did you get out of the car?
I hate to think how much money they wasted, going out and filming these people. Although, actually, this was probably one of the cheaper parts of production because they just had local people. Is that... Actually, we're going to have to look at the credits about who that is. Is that... I think that might... Wait a minute. I just did this.
Yes, you did. So now
because it's random.
Yeah, well, it appears to be some random selection.
Sorry, people, that you were watching this whole thing over. Okay.
Okay, that looks like dinosaur bones. Is what.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you made it sound like it was human bones.
No. I thought. Okay, maybe I didn't say dinosaur. I even might have said they were Triceratops bones, which is what they look like. Because there's a big old horn in the center of them. There's that, funky head that... boy. I mean, the Ford Explorer can't go off-road. I mean, come on. I'm surprised they didn't have the Ford logo on this thing. I'm sure they... I would hope marketing would try to do that at least, Unless they played the final game and said, nope, take it out. But then again, a marketing person would look at this and go, oh, awesome. This is great.
Now, another one of the stories from way back from the production of this is that it was said, and I'm not quite sure who first said it, that the 3DO console was going to appear in the film in Jurassic Park.
That would be really hard. Given
Like in the gift shop or something, or as like some interactive,
it would be...
interactive educational console.
Well, remember they had the console in the car.
Right.
But, okay, the movie was made in 91. Mm-hmm. It's released in 92 because the extensive, post-production they had to do on the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Spielberg had time to shoot Schindler's List while they were doing post-production on this movie. And so he had that 1-2 punch of, that 92. He released both Jurassic Park and Schindler's List. And it's like, well, there's some director whiplash for you. So there's no way a 3DO in any form could have appeared during the production unless they did an insert shot in
Right. So
early '92, maybe.
yeah. So I wasn't sure how.
That would have to be an urban legend. That would be like, or wishful thinking on Tripp's part or something. I don't know what. There's no way that could be. Okay.
Destination.
Now, is this where I died last time with the spitter thing? Let's just go to. Let's try going to.
Playing video.
Yeah, you're supposed to get everyone to the heliport.
Will they even show water? No. Yeah, I know it's supposed to get rid of heliport, but I'm saying I got the spitter thing last time when I went to that one spot, so I'm just going to maybe assume it's a spitter thing.
It's sure.
But it's probably just random dice.
There we go.
Yeah, freak. Well, at least I now won't get
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
Time left warned. What is that?
You've let the cargo ship know.
See, their shots are not blocked by trees. This is so bad design. In fact, there's any way to avoid their shots, or you just gotta, like, hope.
Okay.
You gotta get them while they're running.
I don't know if I.
Oh, come on! Can I... do I have any chance of getting these guys?
Okay, one. There goes another one. You have 3 left. 2 left.
Oh, great. Oh, I keep forgetting that the charge button is not the one I would want it to be. Oh, that one was blocked.
1 left.
Really?
Yep. Hey!
All right.
It can be done!
Poor Sattler. You will be missed.
There may be more guests. Yes, I know. And so now can you get them?
Select destination. Display.
Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! That so looks like a heliport. Or by the docks, or by the water. Or is it
Like random,
bushes,
random camera placed in random place on the island
Probably
for
trips.
reasons.
Probably Tripp's backyard.
Oh, not again.
What? Oh, jeez Louise. Come on. But yeah, they was, like I said, I'll point you to the No Quarter podcast where they did that. This is on normal difficulty, which is
That's
ostensibly
right.
easy.
Yes.
So these dicks are even harder in other incarnations of the game.
Yep. Oh boy. No. No, that.
Oh, jeez. I'm not going to rescue anybody. Ah! Oh, man.
So, JP2 then.
Yeah. Loading remote systems. Please stand by. What's it loading? Okay, so I'm guessing Nedry,
He's up there.
Malcolm. Well, what about kids? Didn't the kids not to get the kids up?
There are kids, but I think you don't get them. I think you get them through the advanced, the higher play skill levels.
Displaying video.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the 5 mini games to get access to the computer, and then just those 3 games: the spitters, the walk through the complex, and the driving game.
It says push. I don't have any buttons for push in this game, so when
It's identified your weakness.
he's wearing sunglasses, he shouldn't be affected by the spitters. Of course, Nedry was wearing. I'm just gonna stay put. Damn it. Oh, come on. He's behind a tree. How can he hit me? If you had like a block mechanism, that would be fine. It would be a better game. And I can't believe anybody didn't say, hey, guys, this game is really unfair compared to the other games, which are really bloody easy. Okay, this is a crappy spot to be in. And I'm dead. Bueller.
Okay, 4 left.
And
Oh,
a guy.
no. 3 left. 2 left.
Oh, come on. That's not going to... Okay. Who's left?
You want to kill the last one, or?
Yeah, let's go last. But yeah, and apparently I remember listening on the No Core Cup podcast. They were talking about how you. Do I want to save this, Bozo? How you couldn't. They told you when you were playing, like, to try and match you up on your thing. They said, like, no, don't hold back. You know, basically, don't sandbag during the initial tryout to figure out how if people were good enough to. Because he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, that's how you know it's Hawaii. As you're playing the games, they made you like say, no, don't like pretend to be bad at the game or something, so that we match you up with somebody who's not as skilled at you. Did that happen?
Oh, what we were trying out.
Spitters. Well, he's dead.
Yes. As I said, it knows your weakness now. No, they didn't. They said that, you know, they encouraged you to play your best. Oh, 2 shots. But the way so went into an audition, and if they accepted you at the first audition, then they brought you in again, and they basically had.
Oh, come on!
So you remember the opening of the show where they had like this? The camera would
Yes.
pan over this vast room full of video games.
And they
Put us all. You put you all in there, and then you rotated through all the games. It basically took all day, and played. You said, okay, so play for like 5 minutes. Play for like 5 minutes to get used to the machine,